Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Wednesday, November 19th, 2014. This is Texan TV news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I am Sara Sanderson. Here are today's top stories. In campus news, as part of International Week at Tarleton State University, a Chinese pipa player gave a lecture and recital last night in the Clyde H. Wells Fine Arts Center Theater. Let's take a look at this video.
In campus news, as part of International Week at Tarleton State University, the Department of Fine Arts held a lecture recital with May Yuxin on Tuesday evening in the Clyde H. Wells Fine Arts Center Theater. Pipa performer Yuxin was born in Tianjin, China. She received her BA in Pipa Performance at the China Conservatory of Music in Beijing and her MA in Pipa Performance and Education at Tsinghai Conservatory of Music in Guangzhou, China. She is currently a grad student at the University of North Texas. May grew up in a Chinese traditional cultural family, and music has always been a major part of her life. The pipa is one of the most popular Chinese instruments and has been played for almost 2,000 years in China. The tonal range of the pipa is wide and has a unique timbre with a most complex performance technique. Pipa music is regarded as a symbol of the Chinese culture. The program included 5 songs that combined traditional and contemporary folk music of China. The 5 songs performed were Swan, Spring Silkworm, The Goddess of Sun, White Snow, In a Sunny Day, and Ambush from All Sides. Now here is a clip from last night's performance. The audience was not disappointed at all in her performance, and this provided a unique cultural experience for students, teachers, and members of the Tarleton community.
Also in campus news, IT Services has announced the 120-day password reset cycle has been lengthened to 365 days. This aligns the Tarleton password cycle with the current Texas A&M practice. The revised policy is available online. For help, call the Computer Help Desk at 254-968-9885. In local news, for the open house Tarleton is hosting on Thursday, President Dominic DeTavio is inviting members of the community to drop by between 3 and 5 p.m. to check out all the facilities that have undergone renovation recently. This is a way to show the community why students are proud to call Tarleton State their home away from home. The Dick Smith Library, Learning Commons, Clyde H. Wells Fine Arts Center, OA Grant Humanities Building, Tarleton Center, and the College of Graduate Studies are a few of the facilities that will be shown on campus. The Stephenville Chamber of Commerce, alongside Tarleton State University, is proud to announce the recent completion of Heritage Hall with a ribbon cutting at 3:30 p.m. to celebrate the opening of the 512-bed living facility. Now for an interview with the Heritage Hall resident, Molly Hughes.
I'm here with freshman Molly Hughes to ask her a few questions. Molly, what's your favorite part about living at Heritage?
The facilities are really nice, and everyone inside is really nice and friendly. Gorgeous building.
Now tell me, do you get good utilization out of the study areas you mentioned?
I do. I use them almost every night whenever I'm doing work. Me and my friends will go down there and have study groups for tests and stuff like that.
And is it convenient living on campus?
Very convenient. It's just maybe a 5-minute walk out of to go anywhere.
That's
The best location to park if you want to attend this event is in Lot P27, which is west of the Thompson Student Center at the corner of Lillian and Jones Street. Tarleton ambassadors will be present at each facility and in the visitors' parking lots to help guests tour the campus by supplying maps. Tarleton State University's campus shuttle service will also be running for visitors who need an escort to and from their vehicles. And now, today, Texas national and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Governor Rick Perry's defense team sought to have Perry's case thrown out, but the judge refused, ruling the case should proceed. Perry, a 2016 presidential hopeful, is facing 2 criminal felony indictments for abuse of power and coercion of a public servant. He is accused of threatening and carrying out a veto of state funding after a Democratic district attorney refused to resign after being convicted of drunk driving. Perry defends the veto, saying he would do it again, and claims the case is a political witch hunt. The Perry's defense team argued the special prosecutor, Michael McCrum, was not properly sworn in and some paperwork was filed incorrectly. A written ruling from District Judge Burt Richardson sided with McCrum. The defense is also arguing Perry's actions were protected by the constitutional powers of his office, but Richardson has yet to have a hearing regarding that challenge. Perry, who did not seek re-election in the recent midterm elections, is seriously considering a second White House run. He is expected to announce a decision by May or June. In national news, a compromise was agreed upon that will allow fracking in George Washington National Forest, the largest national forest in the eastern United States. Environmentalists welcomed this compromise, as most of its woods will be off-limits to drilling. Half of the national forest sits on the Marcellus Shale Formation, which runs from upstate New York to West Virginia and yields more than $10 billion in gas per year. A total ban would have been the first for a national forest, which are commonly leased for mining, timber, and drilling. Virginia's Democratic Governor Terry McAuliffe had said as long as he was governor, there would be no fracking, but the ultimate decision was up to Ken Arney, a regional Forest Service manager. The governor was not commenting after the decision was made. Robert Bonney, the Undersecretary for National Resources and Environment at the USDA, said the nation ended up in a better place by allowing oil and gas drilling. He also said this was a good decision because it follows policy which allows fracking on forest lands. The potential for oil and gas leases were eliminated on 985,000 acres, and drilling oil will only be allowed on 167,000 acres plus private mineral rights and 10,000 acres that are already leased to oil and gas companies. In international news, 2 Palestinian cousins armed with meat cleavers and a gun stormed a Jerusalem synagogue during morning prayers on Tuesday, killing 5 people in the city's bloodiest attack in years. Police killed the attackers in a shootout. The victims were 3 Americans, 1 Briton, and a 5th unnamed person. Each of the victims held dual Israeli citizenship. Fears of continual violence in a city already on edge were intensified because of the attack. The Prime Minister vowed to respond harshly, describing the attack as a cruel murder of Jews who came to pray and were killed by despicable murderers. He immediately ordered the demolition of the attackers' homes, as well as the homes of Palestinians who carried out several other recent attacks. In sports news, FIFA filed a criminal complaint against unnamed individuals on Tuesday over the 2018 and 2022 World Cup bidding contests won by Russia and Qatar. The complaint concerns suspected unlawful activity in connection with Switzerland. No details were given as to which financial or business laws were broken. FIFA said President Sepp Blatter asked Switzerland's Attorney General to investigate the behavior of the unnamed people involved in the bid campaigns. Now for the weather. According to the Weather Channel, today's high is a high of 63 with a low of 41 with no chance of rain. Tomorrow there will be a high of 67 with a low of 54, accompanied by a 10% chance of rain. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Tune in to Northland Cable Channel 9 on weekdays at 12:30 for each day's top stories and Wednesdays at 1 for the week's top stories in Spanish. Also, tune in to Granbury TV on weekdays at 5:30 and 6, then again at 7:30 and 8. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all of your latest local, state, national, and international news, as well as all of your entertainment and sports updates in the live stream of Texan TV News. Today's broadcast was produced by Michaela Bram, Shayla Watson, and Andy Barton. I am Sara Sanderson. Have a wonderful day, Tarleton Texans.